Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris is back with the rest of this Shaman run. The deck is pretty unremarkable, I think, except for that it has Illidan Storm Rage. I mean, it's always cool to have a legendary. But other than that, not a whole lot of single target removal, no lightning bolts, no rock biters, no forked lightnings, no lightning storms, just a lava burst and a hex that are going to have to do the work for me. I doubt this will make it to 12, but, you know, what else happens is anyone's game. Anyone's guess, excuse me. Okay, Infiltrator, good. At a 2-drop, also good. This guy's nice, it doesn't die to the mage's hero ability. No, the Loot Hoarder, same stats, obviously different ability. I kept the Loot Hoarder in my opening hand because it's basically like a 2-mana cycle, and I kind of like that against mage. I like that I can play the Loot Hoarder, for example, and then the mage can only kill one of my minions, but not the other. You know, if you give the mage enough targets, it might not be able to take them all out. Okay, well, this is actually a really good answer to the Infiltrator, because I really don't want to lose the Infiltrator to this Engineer. So what I'm going to do instead is play a Berserker, take a little bit of a risk here, and I'm going to pass the turn. So I don't want to attack, not because I'm concerned about her using Fire Blast to kill this. That's fine. I'm spending a 1 mana and a card in order to cost her 2 mana and some development. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is the Novice Engineer killing this thing. That's what I really don't want. I want this thing to, you know, do something better. So let's see if she's got an answer to the Berserker, which is going to kill the Novice Engineer. She does not have an answer. Lovely dovely. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is make a little bit of a pro play here. We're going to kill the Novice Engineer, and I'm going to reveal the Infiltrator. And you might think, well, Boris, you crazy dog, why are you revealing this? It'll just die. Well, that's 2/3 of her mana. That's like her whole turn gone. Now, the one card here that could really help my opponent is an Arcane Missile. Arcane Missiles would allow her to maybe kill off both of my minions if she gets a little bit lucky. So what do I play, the 2/3 or the 3/2? Well, I'm going to play the 3/2 because mages don't have weapons. And I want this power here to trade off into any 3/3 minions. Keep in mind that she did use the coin to play Novice Engineer on turn 1, so the most she could play is a 3-drop, and most 3-drops are actually going to die to this, the main exception being a Harvest Golem, which is very irritating. And a Razorfen Hunter. This actually also there's a lot of irritating 3-drops in this game, so this also is probably going to be good for 2 cards. Ah, I draw my stupid monkey here. Oh gosh. I'm going to play the stupid monkey, and I'm going to take a little bit of a risk. I'm gonna just swing past. So the best 2-drop in the game here, dealing 5 damage, pretty spectacular. This is a very tense moment, because if she has a good card here, I'm just totally screwed. But if she's forced to attack into this dumb monkey with her Scarlet Crusader, I'm gonna be in really good shape. The Scarlet Crusader wants to hit anything other than this monkey. Like, this monkey is the only thing she does not want to hit with that Scarlet Crusader. Because it deals the least damage, and it's like the least threatening of my minions. She can use, of course, the Fire Blast to ping off the Infiltrator, but this guy's done 4 damage already. If he then also eats a Fire Blast, whatever. That's not a big deal. I'd say that was worth it for a card. Tempo can be very important. Some people have gone on to say that tempo is more important than card advantage. I don't know if I agree with that, but tempo is pretty important. So does she have an Arcane Explosion here? That would let her pretty much win the game, I think. Or get a huge lead, given that my hand is kind of unimpressive. No Arcane Explosion. Nope, no Arcane Explosion. She's got a Mana Worm. Well, I'm glad she didn't have that on turn 1, because that would have sucked. Okay, well, what I'm going to do here is kill off the Scarlet Crusader and the Mana Worm. I'm gonna play it pretty safe here. I don't want to take any unnecessary risks. I'm still pounding her for 5 damages, which is just fine by me. And what I'm going to do is actually play a Mana Tide and a Loot Hoarder. So my thinking here is I want to get some cards. Because that's the only way that I could really lose is if my opponent got some card advantage through mass removal. Still a turn away from Blizzard. Arcane Explosion is all she's got. She didn't play it last turn. This is pretty likely to be good for 2 cards at least. And she'll have to use some resources killing it. So Defender of Argus is a good draw. I can put taunts on some stuff, make this harder to kill. All in all, I'd say that I really dominated this opening and have been a step ahead every game, every moment of this game. The one exception I would say was turn 4, where an Arcane Explosion would have allowed her to clear out most of my board. Like, she could have killed off everything but the Ooze, and her Scarlet Crusader would have been alive, but without the Divine Shield. It's gonna ping off the Ooze. Now you can see what's happening in this game. You know, she's been using that Fire Blast to kill stuff, but it just doesn't matter. Alright, do I go for the Throat here? I mean, I've got 7, 8, and 9 damage. I can take her down to 7 health. I can hedge my bets a little bit and use the Loot Hoarder to kill that. You know, why don't we just hedge our bets here? That's my favorite hobby in the world. So what we're going to do is the following. I will place the Defender of Argus like so. Let the Loot Hoarder kill the Farseer, get a card. Raid Leader, that'll be nice. Swing for 6. And then I'm going to actually play the Stormforged Axe and start swinging with it. I don't want to play a creature because creatures die to removal. This is 4 more damage. She's down to 4 health. Like, if this guy gets to attack one more time, the game's over. This is, by the way, has already drawn me 2 cards and is likely to draw me a 3rd. Blizzard would be a pretty decent card for her, although interestingly it would actually kill nothing. It would just stop me from attacking for a turn. I'd whack her with the axe. I might even consider Panda-ing the Defender of Argus to reuse it. By the way, I just want to point out this Berserker has been amazing. I mean, it killed a Novice Engineer on turn 3. And then since then it's attacked every single time. Alright. Just got a Sunwalker. Let me just think, is there a way that I can win this game? The answer is not quite. Oh, wait. Yes, actually. No, not quite. Okay, I can play Raid Leader. I could use the Mana Tide to pop the Divine Shield. This plus this, which will be buffed by the Raid Leader, would be 5 damage to kill the Sunwalker. And then the Berserker will hit her down to 2. And I don't have the finishing blow at that point. So a safer play is just to use the Berserker to kill the Sunwalker and get her down to 6. It's a lot safer. She's at 2 health and I've still got a tick of the axe. I mean, she's in some serious trouble. The problem is that I've lost, like, all of my minions except for this guy. I'm not gonna do that. That's probably safe, but I don't see any reason to be that crazy about it. Let's just go ahead and keep it simple, keep it safe. All right, we're gonna do this. Trade the Berserker. So, you know, 2-drop, dealing like 11 damage and killing a 6-drop. No big deal. Whatever. Do that. And then let's play this Panda. And I'm gonna make a totem. So why a totem and not this? Well, I just smell a Flame Strike here. Seems likely with all the cards that she's holding. And everything I had died to Flame Strike, except for this. So maybe I should have played this guy because he doesn't die to Flame Strike. That might have been smart. Well, she's got the Flame Strike, so I smelled correctly. But, you know, if I had done the alternative plan, then I could have killed her now with the axe. So maybe I was a little bit too conservative. Hard to say. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the Azure Drake. And Iron for Grizzly? Sure. So I didn't hit her with the axe. I don't see a reason to commit to that unless she plays a taunt or a news. I'm not going to regret it. I've got the Defender of Argus, which can buff things, Raid Leader that can buff things, and I will actually have enough mana for Flame Tongue, which will also buff things. So I've got a lot of buffing here. She is really on the ropes at 6 health. Faceless Manipulator to copy a 3/3 taunt. Well, that's how good Iron for a Grizzly is, folks. People even copy it with the Faceless Manipulator. Anyway, that is going to be the game. I don't actually need anything else. My Grizzly trades for her Grizzly. And I'm not going to show off Illidan here. We'll just end the game well-mannered. That was probably the biggest beating I have delivered unto a mage in a long time. And it was just through good old-fashioned minions. Amani Berserker. Goodness. Okay. Oh, I should have played Illidan there to get progress on this quest. Well, whatever. I still think the bad manners is not worth the quest progress. I mean, you're gonna make those 20 minions. Like, it's gonna clearly happen. So I don't think it's justified to play them. All right, 3 wins. You know, doing fine. I could just as easily probably have like 1 win and 2 losses with this deck. It just depends on what opponents I get and how my draws go. Another mage, Funged, so I've been crowing about how I crushed that mage. Will this mage crush me? Well, we'll see. So I will keep the Flame Tongue. There is a risk of drawing another Flame Tongue. I'll keep this monkey because with a Flame Tongue totem, this monkey is fantastic. I'm mulligan Lava Burst because you don't really want to use that spell early on. I mean, it is 5 mana, and there's not likely anything that's going to need to take the full 5 damage. Chronicles, that's a very nice drop. Hopefully my opponent does not play a Mana Worm on turn 1 here. Please don't play Mana Worm. Please. Just pass the turn. Thank you. So we will now play Crocolisk. Ooh. Harvest Golem. Haven't seen you in a while. But I actually probably will play the Monkey just because it's so good with the Flame Tongue. I mean, with the Flame Tongue, it's a 3/4 with Taunt for 3 mana. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I really hope Blizzard someday makes a neutral minion that's a 3/4. I don't think there's a single 3/4 in the entire game. But that would be really good stats. Dare I say, beastly stats, huh? Because that would just dominate so many 2-drops and so many other 3-drops. That's probably why the minion doesn't exist, but I bet it would be really good. Okay, well, the Acolyte of Pain is a little bit unfortunate because it causes me to mess up my planning. I would have liked to play the Monkey, but I don't want this Acolyte to be able to draw 2 cards. So I need to unfortunately drop the Flame Tongue Totem here and kill the Acolyte like that, just giving it 1 card. But the Acolyte, I would say, did some pretty good things for her. Sure, it cost her the coin, but it cycled itself, and it stopped me from playing a better minion. I really didn't want to play the Flame Tongue yet. I didn't use up my mana efficiently, so that could potentially come back to bite me later on. Like, on turn 4, I could have played, you know, Totem and Flame Tongue. She's got a Frostbolt to kill the Flame Tongue Totem off, which is fine. So the Flame Tongue essentially helped me kill the Acolyte. And then, oh, Arcane Missiles, she's taking a coin flip. Oh my gosh, I finally win a coin flip. Holy crap, I've been complaining a lot lately about how I never win coin flips. With Arcane Missiles, when my opponents played or when I played, but there we go. All right, Boris has got to shut his yapper. I finally got it there. All right, now it might seem like, well, hang on, Boris, why aren't you more ahead? Your opponent's got 5 cards and you've got 5. Didn't you go up ahead a card there with the Arcane Missiles? Well, keep in mind, of course, that my opponent was the 2nd player, so the fact that I'm going up a card as the 1st player, like drawing ahead on my turn, is pretty significant. And that was a really good top deck to kill that Demolisher. I was otherwise going to play the Azure Drake and just let the Demolisher go to town, but this was better, I think. The Azure Drake, I can play it next turn, no Probalo, and then I want this axe in my hand so I can deal with her threats, and kill off the Demolisher, of course, right away, which is pretty significant. Imp Master, that's the 2nd Imp Master of the day. Luckily, this monkey's really good at killing off imps. I'll be able to kill off the Imp Master with the Golem and my axe, and my opponent wisely hits the Golem, so the Golem will die. Smart move. That's might have even a well played. Flame Tongue. Ah! Do I delay the Azure Drake to play Flame Tongue? The Flame Tongue would allow me to use the Golem to kill that, but then that just lets me save the axe. That's not really that useful. I don't think it's worth not playing a Drake over. Especially while we're a turn away from Flame Strike. So I'm just going to keep it safe here. I will actually just keep her board clear. Sure, she can use the hero ability to kill that, but that is a 3rd of her mana. And I've got a 4/4, which is, you know, a pretty decent body. And she's got to be afraid of spell damage. Now, joke's on her, I've got no spells besides Lava Burst. So she doesn't know that this is just a 4/4, essentially, but she's going to kind of want to use some removal to kill it, but of course then she'll go down a card because I drew a card. I'm going to eat one of her cards. Water Ella, motherfucking mental. Hate that card. Alright, well, I was going to play Stormwind Champion. However, the problem is that then this Water Elemental can't be dealt with. I mean, I could run into it with the Azure Drake and the Monkey, but then they'd both be frozen. I could just play Flame Tongue and kill it. Then, of course, the Drake would get pinged off to death. Man, this minion is so freaking dumb. I'm just going to play this. I'm just going to play this, and I'm going to ignore the Water Elemental. I could kill it. I hate being... Well, for me being frozen doesn't matter. I hate this thing being frozen. Oh my gosh, she's got... You know what? I'm going to do it. I hate it, but I'm going to do it. So, it sucks that this now dies to a Flame Strike, but... And then it's frozen and can't attack. But I needed that Water Elemental to die. I think it was just too risky leaving it alive. That card is so broken. I cannot handle it. Doopity 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 doot. Maybe I should make up a song about how broken Water Elemental is. I don't know what kind of a song it would be. What kind of a genre of song have I not done yet? I've done like a 50s musical. I've done an Irish drinking song. I don't know. It's a tough call. Water Elemental, you're broken. And I do not just say that as a token. Okay, anyway. So, Manatide Totem, that's perfect. I will play a Yeti, which survives Flame Strike. We'll drop a Manatide. Manatides are so annoying. It's a really good card. I don't think I fully appreciated how amazing that card is. Because you play it, it draws you a card, so it cycles. Now your opponent doesn't really want to kill it because it's not doing anything, and if they kill it with a removal spell, they're going down a card because it already drew you a card, so it feels really dumb. But if they leave it around, they're going to just lose the game because it just keeps drawing you cards. So there's just no good answers to this thing. Unless you're going to play a global removal spell that you were going to play anyway, there's just no way to win. Alright, well I'm getting more and more vulnerable to Flame Strike as time goes on, and I'm not getting any damage through. Well, I was going to say maybe I would just ignore this thing, but since it's taunt, I can't anymore. Earth Elemental. Ah, lovely. Well, let's do that. I guess I'll play Flame Tongue. My Yeti's in the bad place. I wish it were on the outside so I could attack with the Mana Tide here. Last it is not to be able to kill that. Do I play Earth Elemental? I think so. I could wait and bait out more removal. The problem is, I don't think I actually have anything that would bait out a Polymorph. So, if she's got a Polymorph, she's got a Polymorph. I just have to throw it down. And at this point, the overload doesn't matter too much. What's nice is, with... Oh, no, never mind. I'll have 7 mana next turn. It's not enough for Bloodlust and Raid Leader. But it would be enough for Bloodlust, and potentially I could do a lot of damage with it. I mean, let's say she kills Earth Elemental and everything else lives. Bloodlust is 15 damage. Plus 9 is 24. Ah, not quite enough to win. Just gonna silence the Flame Tongue, so now it's just an 0-3 that does nothing. Interesting choice. Very desperate choice. I mean, letting me keep a Mana Tide Totem around. It's just making it more and more inevitable that she'll lose. No Flame Strike either here. Fen Creeper, not quite good enough. Sorry. Ah, I'll even have Lava Burst. If only I had spell damage, Lava Burst would kill off this Fen Creeper. Anyway, I think... I'm just going to play Bloodlust here. So, what I'll do is kill the Fen Creeper this way, use my Silenced Flame Tongue to kill the thing that way. Don't quite have enough damage to kill her. I could have gotten her down to 4, but I didn't have enough mana to Lava Burst up because I was overloaded from the Earth Elemental previous turn. Anyway, drawing more cards off Mana Tide, so this is just... That is 2 beatdowns in a row. I mean, we just crushed 2 mages in a row here, like the Dickens. Like the absolute Dickens. So now my opponent is in real serious trouble because this is 5 damage to the face. That's uncontestable unless she has Counterspell. And all I need to do is hit her with anything else and she loses. So there's a Flame Strike. She needs to have like a Frostbolt or an Ice Lance to stop this from killing her. The Farseer is not good enough. And that's the game. So Lava Burst. There we go. Some burn potential. Bringing it home. You know, I really probably underrated the value of this deck because it does have Illidan. Oh, good, I already said it. And it does have Earth Elemental. Earth Elemental, I think, is just one of the stupidest cards in the game. I mean, it's a 7/8 with Taunt for 5 mana. I mean, really? Like, yes, it's overload, so technically it's 8 mana, but, like, Jesus Christ. That's just so ridiculous that you can do that and still have, like, you know, if it's turn 10, you know, the rest of your, like, 5 mana for the turn to do stuff with. Or that you can just put a 7/8 with Taunt on turn 5. Now, it is risky because, of course, if the opponent removes it, then, you know, you're biting the overload next turn. Keep in mind, though, I mean, it's like, it's just as risky as playing an Ironbark Protector. You're just doing it earlier in the game. Alright, 0 the Paladin. Makes me really hope that I get my Stormforged Axe, which I didn't. I am, however, unless he coins out a recruit, I will get to play the Berserker on turn 2. This is a really great thing to play on turn 2 against Paladins. Like, one of the best things to play. Ooh, I even get to play this on turn 1. Man, that Infiltrator, it's like the only 1-drop I have, but he has, like, shown up in 3 out of 5 games. It's pretty cool. Anyway, the Berserker's a great thing to play against Paladins on turn 2 because if they make a recruit, then you can kill the recruit and become enraged. And then Paladins also have no early game removal. That's class specific, so it's difficult for them to deal with it. Since I am up against the Paladin, didn't see any particular reason not to hit him in the face for 2 damage there. Unless he plays like a Dwarven Ironforge Rifleman or something stupid. Jungle Panther. Well, that is a decent card. It will... Well, actually, it's not that great here, because these minions will trade for the Panther. The question is, do I play a Flame Tongue Totem here knowing it'll just die to the Panther to get 4 damage through and protect my minions? Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is one of those cases where I think tempo is valuable. Although I could also make a slow play. I could make a Totem and hope I can use the Totem to kill the Panther. But no, the Panther will almost certainly trade for my Berserker, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this Flame Tongue. So he's already at 20 health. He now uses the Panther to kill this Flame Tongue, but I can just play another Flame Tongue. And now he's down to 12 health. I'm just gonna play this like an aggro, and then I'll drop an Earth Elemental, and as long as it doesn't get peace kept, Paladins don't have answers. Ah, he's gonna Divine Shield, which means he's actually gonna get to kill one of my minions. So now I'm on the receiving end of like an unfortunate trade in that young Dragonhawk. Wow, that I have like 4 power here, but it's actually overkill. So what I'm gonna do here is actually, I have no good answers to this. This is so frustrating. I want to play a Yeti, but I can't. I mean, I could. All right, I'm gonna make a totem. Taunt would be the best. Didn't get taunt. Got the worst one actually for me anyway. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Play the Flame Tongue totem there, and we're gonna kill that just because it's a little bit more dangerous if it gets Blessing of Kings or something. Now this guy will get to kill the Flame Tongue, but at least everything has 2 power here thanks to the way I arranged the Flame Tongues. So this thing will die. Ah, Shield Bearer. Well, I'm not that concerned about Shield Bearer. I'm also not concerned about Alarmabot. In theory, Alarmabot could be really good, but in practice, that card has just never been good against me, so I don't even worry about it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to play Earth Elemental. I am willing to risk a Humility effect. Alright, so he just wasted a Battle Cry on the 3-mana minion. That's awesome. And it has Summoning Sickness, which is always my favorite part of that card being terrible. But getting the Overload out of the way is really nice here because Chillwind Yeti then... sorry. On turn 7, I can play a Stormwind Champion and get the Overload out of the way. Now, I can't play Chillwind Yeti, unfortunately. And I have to give my opponent a card off the Cult Master for this Shield Bearer, which really sucks, but that's life. So the question is, do I hit him for 9 damage? Or do I take the time to kill the Cult Master? Let's actually hit him for 9 damage. That's a lot of damage. And then we can still play Loot Hoarder here. Where do I put the Loot Hoarder? I'm going to put it not next to the Flame Tongue. Get some damage on the field, and then now we're going to try to race him out. I mean, he can get a card off that Razorfen Hunter, but one of these cards is Alarmabot, so he's basically playing with just 3 cards. Blessed Champion on Cult Master to kill an Earth Elemental. That is... crazy. That is a crazy way to do it. So that I'm really delighted to see that because that was his whole turn, and he didn't even get a card off the Cult Master. He probably should have just thrown this. Well, he could have thrown this away just to get a card, but then he couldn't have killed anything. So that's probably he probably made the right move there. All right. Well, yeah. Let's just go ahead and swing there. Do I hit him for 1? I don't think that 1 damage making a difference. I'm actually just gonna kill the Hunter here, thanks to the 1 buff from the Stormwind Champion. So now we're threatening the kill. One of these 4 cards is Alarmabot, so it's completely useless. Stormpike Commando will finish off the Loot Hoarder. Oh, he's going to kill off the Flame Tongue. Well, the Flame Tongue contributed 4 damage. Loot Hoarder was 5, so that was not a smart move. He should have killed that, but he was dead anyway. That was all he had. Okay, that was an epic beatdown. I don't know. I don't know if this deck is like a whole lot better than I thought it was, or if I've just been getting good draws. I am tempted to say that I've just been a little bit on the lucky side. Getting pretty good draws, getting like my Worgen Infiltrator every time. There are still some cards I've never seen. Like I actually have not drawn Earthshock, I don't think, a single time. Like imagine if like it was always Earthshock showing up and Worgen Infiltrator was the card I'd never seen. A lot of those games would have at least been harder, if not necessarily turn out to be losses. So I don't think this deck is that great. I think I've just been a little bit lucky in my draws, getting my end game all the time. Like that game, I got Earth Elemental, Stormwind Champion, and Illidan. My end game, like all of it. And again, an Infiltrator, it's like 4 for 6 now. Manatite Totem, I don't want to play it early on. It's too passive, even though it is good. This is turning into a pretty awkward situation because I don't have anything on turn 2 or turn 3. Luckily, my curve is pretty good. I have just like a little sprinkling of endgame. Not too much. Unfortunately, here I don't have the Monty Berserker ready to go against these recruits. But I am on the record of being totally willing to kill a 2-1 for 1 against a Paladin recruit. I will do that with great happiness. Ideally, though, he would play something I can trade this for and not make a recruit. Okay, so hopefully this is a 3-2 of some sort. It's a Berserker. Okay, well that forces my hand. I now need to play the Flame Tongue Totem. Oh, Dust Devil. I would actually like to play Dust Devil. That would have been really cool, actually, if I could play a Dust Devil. But unfortunately, I just couldn't play it there with the Berserker sitting out front like that. So this thing, I don't really want to play it next turn because I don't want to be out of options. I don't want to be able to be overloaded on turn 4, but I might have to do that. All right, let's flip a totem. Let's see what we got. Got a healing totem. Ow, God, this seems silly because the Infiltrator, man, this thing killing my Dust Devil really sucks. Then next turn I'll have 2 mana. All I can do is make another totem. Ugh. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save it for later. I don't know if that's the right call, but it's the call I made. So I'll see if he's got a buff to let this thing kill my Flame Tongue. Then I would say my opponent's got the jump on me. And he's got the buff. And then the Healing Totem with the Defender of Argus isn't enough to kill that. Shit. This is actually starting to get a little bit ugly here. Okay, in the context of this situation, the Gnomish Inventor is actually pretty solid. Draws me a card and threatens to kill his stuff. Of course, now he's on turn 4 and he can play Blessing of Kings, but I've got Earthshock, which is a really good answer to Blessing of Kings. Lucifer Champion, not bad. It'll kill my Gnomish Inventor, but the Gnomish Inventor drew me a card. He's gonna get to kill my Healing Totem, which I'm a little bit actually more annoyed about, I think. So if I play Earth Elemental, he could actually kill it. Ah, jeez. He could just he could just throw everything at it, and if he had any kind of a buff, he could just buff this and use the weapon to kill it. That would really suck. What am I gonna do, though? I got nothing I can do. If I play the Monkey, it just dies to True Silver Champion. Yeah, my opponent is really doing a number on me this game. Well, what I'm gonna do is just play my non-overload stuff, save my overload things for later. But my opponent, unfortunately, with that Berserker, and then the Infiltrator, and the True Silver Champion, got off to an edge this game. Notice how good this Infiltrator was for him. It killed my Flame Tongue, and now it has the option of killing my Crocolisk as well. And it's gonna do just that. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Well, you know what? Whatever. I got lucky a lot in my other games. This is the game where I didn't get quite so lucky. Let's actually just go Overload crazy. So I'm overloaded for 5. I will have only 2 mana next turn. Can't even play Manatite Totem. But if he has to throw everything at this... Actually, the Squire can run in, and then the Knight can run in. So it's actually my 5-drop trading for his. Oh, man, that's not even very good. Wow. Yeah, well, that sucks that I couldn't keep his board clear of creatures, nor could I keep any of my creatures on.
I wonder...
He's thinking, although I don't know what he's thinking about. All he has to do is run the Squire in. Then this guy will get buffed by the Wolf, and then it'll finish off the remaining 5 damage of the Earth Elemental. I can only have 2 mana next turn. I'll probably use the Dust Devil to hit him for 3 and trade against the Wolf. And make a totem. And then he's got plenty of cards, so I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Got a Dark Iron Dwarf. Well, that was pretty much unnecessary. It really... All it did was just put up a 4/4 body on the board, and that's all it did. Which I guess is, you know, good that he did that, but it's not that significant. We make a totem and we pass the turn. Nothing I can do. So he's got 7 cards to my 5. One of mine is a totem that's gonna die. It's looking bad, folks. This is the first game that's pretty bad looking. Ooh, that's a good card. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. And now he's got a recruit here to pop off my Divine Shield. Well, 2 recruits. I could probably concede at this point. But we'll keep on trucking. Let's play the Azure Drake. Stormforged Axes. Lets me kill the Dark Iron Dwarf. Okay, we'll do it. The Spiteful Smith can kill my Drake and become enraged. He's still got 2 recruits. It's looking ugly, ugly, ugly. Got the Fen Creeper to stop me from killing the Spiteful Smith. He's got a 3rd recruit out on the field now. I think since I don't have any Lightning Storms, I will draw a card and... Illidan Storm Rage. Well, if there's anything that would make me keep on playing, it's that guy. I would like to actually play some cards after playing him, though. Let's make a totem. Place a Guardian. Pass the turn. I guess I could have made the Guardian and then Defender of Argus. That might have been smarter. Make a 4/4 taunt with Divine Shield. Choose a champion. Hits for 6 damage. I think he can actually kill me. Can he kill me? 7, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, he's going for the face. Boy. Oh, he's got Consecration for the actual blow right now. Very nicely done. But what are you gonna do? You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose against Marco the Polo. Just kidding, Marco the Paladin. All right, anyway, that was pretty good. Pretty good run up to 5-1 here. I would very much like to make it to 7, just because I started off with 5-0. It's always sad when you start at 5-0 and don't make it to 7, and I've done that quite a few times in my Hearthstone career, so could be one of those times. But I don't think just because I lost that game that will happen. He kind of had a deck like mine, not that great, but just had good draws. Sopa Piglobo. Nice name. Second. Got a 2-drop. Got a bunch of cards I don't want in the early game. And okay, this monkey is pretty good against hunters, I think, because it's a really nice roadblock for Unleash the Hound. It's got just enough damage to kill a hound, and it'll eat up 4 of them, so it makes it a little bit easier to play around that card. I guess it makes it easier to not play around that card, I should say. Oh, please don't have a turn 1 play. Can we stop it with the turn 1 plays? Only I'm allowed to make turn 1 plays. Thank you. Alright, so unfortunately I draw back my Hex. If I had a Flame Tongue Totem, I would totally coin out a totem here. I'll play Flame Tongue on turn 2. Since I don't, I will not be doing that thing. Please just steady shot me. Alright, well this guy's got a slow start, which I'm very happy about, because I have a slow start, and my cards aren't even that good. Hex and the Bloodluster sort of endgame cards. So the Berserker's a better card, but if he plays like a 3/3, I'll feel really stupid for playing it. Oh, man. Well, I can actually coin in a Defender of Argus. Okay, that's the plan. If he actually makes a 3/3, I will coin in a Defender of Argus. There's a lot of good 3-drops, though. Harvest Golem, Razorfin Hunter, Scarlet Crusader, Imp Master. These are all things that would hold up against the Berserker. Just gonna chomp it with the kill command. So if I had played Loot Hoarder, he probably wouldn't have done that. But I'm still pretty happy that a kill command ate up an Amani Berserker. That's a 2-mana minion eating a 3-mana removal spell that has the potential to deal 5 damage and kill Chillwind Yetis. So I'm happy that that went the way it did. It's got 6 cards to my, 7. One of which is the coin. Owl? Well, he's just going down a card by playing the owl, because the monkey will just kill this owl. But the fact that he's playing this slowly makes me pretty certain he has Unleashed the Hounds. You just wouldn't be playing this slowly as a hunter if you didn't have Unleashed the Hounds. So I'll make a totem. Hopefully it's the taunt totem. It's not. But actually the healing totem is also good, and we'll play a Loot Hoarder. So I do not want to play Dust Devil until I have a taunt in play. I'm not going to play this if it's just going to give him an extra hound and then die to a hound. But I will play this because it's possible that if I can play like Defender of Argus, give these 2 things taunt and then play the Dust Devil, it's a little bit tricky for a hunter to kill this. He'd have to use Arcane Shot, Explosive Shots, Kill Command to get the job done. Wow, he's going to silence the Loot Hoarder to stop me from drawing cards off of it. He's going to Arcane Shot the Loot Hoarder then? Okay. So he's going down another card here. I think I'm actually going to hold off on that Defender of Argus. Let's actually play Raid Leader. What this allows me to do is kill the Dragon Hawk thusly, kill the Owl thusly, and make a totem. The healing totem is actually being really good here, healing up my stuff. I would have liked to get a taunt totem. So now if he plays Buzzard Hounds, he draws 4 cards and can wipe out my monkey and my Raid Leader. However, That's 2 cards out of 4, and on top of that, I'm so ahead on cards I wouldn't even mind. Okay, so this is a crapshoot. It can kill anything. It kills my best minion. That's really, really, really unfortunate because I would have liked to be able to kill that thing. God damn it. Okay. Well, Flame Tongue has just arrived. Is that worth playing? Should I Bloodlust here? I think Flame Tongue seems pretty straightforward. So, let's drop a Flame Tongue. Kill the Goldshire Footman. And I'm actually going to play Defender of Argus on this sort of unimpressive stuff because I want the Flame Tongue to be protected. And I'm going to go ahead and swing at the face. I could have thrown both of them into the Kodo, but I didn't see much reason for doing that because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Unleash the Hounds. Pretty sure he doesn't have Unleash the Hounds. In fact, I'm actually going to play a Dust Devil here with the coin. The Overload's not a big deal. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Unleash the Hounds because he would have played them last turn. I've got 2 Taunters protecting this from minion damage, so he has to have more direct damage to kill it. This is 6 damage a turn for, you know, quote-unquote 1 mana, so it's pretty good array. He's got a Siege Giant. That's going to eat a Hex, and a Houndmaster. 5/7 with Taunt. It's like almost like an Earth Elemental. Oh, jeez. That is unfortunate. Well, the Hex has to eat the Sea Giant, clearly. So, the way that we do it is as follows. I am going to throw away my... I hate to do this, but I'm going to throw my totems away to kill this beast. I will Hex the Sea Giant. Oh, I messed up. I should have killed this. Well, no, actually I didn't mess up. It's fine. I'm going to do this. Kill that to protect my Dust Devil. Swing for 5. Make a totem, which unfortunately is not touching the Flame Tongue. Hope for a Taunt Totem. Fail to get it. I should have done this first. Oh my gosh, I made a newbie mistake there. I should have actually flipped a totem first while I had the healing and the spell damage in play. That would have given me 50-50 odds of getting the Taunter. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. He has a pretty slow hand here, it looks like. It's actually pretty much out of cards. He's just got a secret. Oh, which I can test by attacking with my totem. That's awesome. All right, well, let's find out what the secret is. It's a misdirection. Well, that's not a big deal. All right, so we're going to play Illidan. And let's play an Ooze. I'm not going to play around him top decking a Gladiator Longbow or something. Even if he does, I don't actually care. All right, so this is pretty menacing. Even Unleash the Hounds won't save him now. He can kill this and the totem. But yeah, anyway, he doesn't have it. Steady shotting it up. Let's do a quick check to see if I can win. Well, doesn't matter. I think I could have won with Earth Shock and Bloodlust. 6 wins. All right, we've got 2 chances to make it to 7. Yeah, it's another one of those decks that I really underestimated. The reason I say that is that I thought the games would be very difficult, but other than the one game I lost, pretty much every game has been just a beatdown. I mean, I've been smacking people around like crazy and quite comfortably, so I guess it's just got good synergy that I'm not quite skilled enough yet to appreciate. Another Hunter. So we played 2 mages in a row, crushed them both. Played 2 paladins in a row, crushed the first, got whooped by the second. Now we're playing 2 hunters in a row. What's going to be the story here? Well, the story here is I have a pretty awful opening hand. And I have to mulligan the whole thing. And I got a turn 1 Dust Devil. Well, I'm going to do it. I mean, all I'm really forfeiting is the opportunity to play a totem on turn 2. But if I had things to play on turn 2, I'd probably pass and not actually do that. So does he have the answer? It looks like he does. It's a secret. Alright, well, I'll attack into it. I'm not going to get into a staring contest with the Hunter. I'll just find out what the secret is. Hopefully it's Freezing Trap. It is. Okay, that's wonderful. So Explosive Trap would have killed it. I like having this in my hand because I could play this later on. So he went down a card here, but he slowed up my tempo. Although he really stopped me from doing is making a totem, which is not the end of the world. Now here, I'm not going to play the Dust Devil, but I will play a Mana Tide Totem. Very slow game here. He had nothing on turn 2. So I go up 2 cards now, because one he's down for Freezing Trap, and then another he's down for the Mana Tide. And after he kills this, he'll have to use some kind of a resource for it. The monkey is not big enough to kill this thing. This is actually one of the few times where it's awkward. I want to play the panda, but I don't want to put this back into my hand. However, this is perfect, and I will actually do that. Pass me that Arclight Spanner. Alright, Flame Tongue will be great, because if this thing's alive, then I can use it the Flame Tongue to kill the monkey. So I'm just getting lots of cards here. I've already drawn 2 off of this. He can kill this now, but that'll cost resources. I've just got a gigantic hand. More card advantage coming from Azure Drake. Alright, so he killed this in a very efficient way. Dropping a minion on the board and making a 3/6 in the process. That's actually a really, really strong move, I have to say. Alright, well I wasn't going to do this, but I'm actually going to drop an Earth Elemental. Because I actually need something to deal with a 3/6 taunt. 3/6 taunt is pretty huge. So does he have an answer to this? I mean, Deadly Shot having a 50-50 chance is probably the best out that I can think of. Kill Command only deals 5 damage. You still have to 2-for-1 himself to kill this off. Although Kill Command and then throw away the Houndmaster, leave yourself a 3/6 is pretty good too. Yeah, this actually he could catch back up. Just dropping a monkey and then playing the Houndmaster right after it caught him back up this game. Next turn I have only 3 mana. Though that is enough for Flame Tongue and an Infiltrator, so that's not a big deal. Starting Buzzard. Okay, so it looks like he's going to play Hounds to get 2 cards. Although it doesn't actually help him kill the Earth Elemental that much. I guess if he's going to throw both minions away. Oh no, he's going to play a Scavenging Hyena. I see. So the Hyena will grow. Oh, and he's got a Timberwolf. He actually had the Timberwolf. So the Buzzard's drawing cards. And after that monkey dies, the Hyena here gets pretty big. So this is a very smart play by my opponent. So while I'm overloaded, you know, he's giving me really unpleasant options. Either I kill this and the Hyena grows, or I kill the Buzzard to stop the card draw, but then the Hyena grows. You know, much as I hate to do it, I really want to kill this Timberwolf. I don't have Earthshock. Earthshock or some kind of removal would have been nice. You know what I'm going to do? Screw it. I'm going to use Lava Burst here. I will do that, and I'm going to gamble he doesn't have more beasts. This is an arena deck. He's already played the monkey, the hyena, the wolf, and the buzzard. So how many beasts can he have? I'm going to gamble he doesn't have any more. Flare, he's cycling a card. That's good. Means he didn't have anything to do for 6 mana. I will have 5 mana next turn, so I can drop a Drake. Got another secret here. Oh my god. Oh my god, that looks an awful lot like Snake Trap, because really, either it's a bluff or it's Snake Trap. Shit. If I do this and he gets 3 snakes, that's unacceptable. Okay, I can't do it. I have to attack at his face. So let's just hope maybe it's not Snake Trap. It's not Snake Trap. So he actually bluffed me with an Explosive Trap. Notice the Explosive Trap was actually just terrible there, but it kept me from attacking his Buzzard. Anyway, I'm going to give him a well played, because that was really smart. What I'm going to do here is think, do I put more stuff on the board or do I just put one big thing? Well, I'm going to put more stuff because, or one big thing, because even though I don't actually need the cards, I don't want to open myself up to Unleash the Hounds, because that would give him a whole ton of cards and deal a lot of damage. I have to actually start worrying about getting burned out at this point. Luckily, I have Defender of Argus to potentially give me some blockers if I need them. Got another Buzzard, so now Unleash the Hounds will draw him 4 cards, and he, of course, has it. Oh my god, I cannot believe that this game. So he just played a monkey and then a Houndmaster, and then he had the Buzzards. He bluffed me out with the Explosive Trap to stop me from killing the Buzzard. And then I just didn't have any removal. Like, if I had removal in my hand, that would be great, but I mulliganed that Hex, and then I desperately wished I hadn't. Okay, this is starting to be a problem. He could just start to race me at this point and pretty much win. Potentially. Because my stuff is kind of overkill. I'm really terrible right now at killing lots of small minions because I don't have any totems. Oh my god! Oh my god, can you stop it with the secrets? If that is a Snake Trap, then I'm totally fucked. Yeah, if that's Snake Trap, I'm just totally screwed. Maybe he'll... You know what? If that's Snake Trap, though, if that's Snake Trap, he's going to draw 6 cards. He's going to run at risk of fatiguing himself, I think. So I will attack his Buzzards knowingly, and then just try to defend with Defender of Argus. Alright, so there's a Hex in case he plays something big. Let's go ahead and see if this is a Snake Trap. It's not Snake Trap. Okay, so it is another like Explosive Trap or some such thing. I think it's important now to drop a Taunt. Unfortunately, I still can't play this Panda. But what I can do is drop that thing. Do this. And do this. and pass the turn. He's drawn a lot of cards. He's basically caught up on cards thanks to the buzzards and the snake trap bluff. But I know it's not snake trap or freezing trap, so it's probably another explosive trap. That is the most likely card. Could also be misdirection, but that's not likely. So basically anything that has 2 health or less, I will just throw at his minions, assuming it is explosive trap. It's going to be nice to clear that out before I play Illidan. Although below 20 health with a hunter having this many cards, you always have to be concerned about a blowout from a second Unleash the Hounds. I might actually need to Panda the Defender of Argus and replay it so that I get lots and lots of taunt protection. One question, of course, is whether I'm going to do this before or after I play Illidan. I regret that I haven't done any damage to this guy. He's got another... Are you goddamn kidding me? Okay. Well, I think now my best bet might actually be to try to win by fatigue. Because although my health is low, there's no way that I can actually beat him in a fair fight. What a sea giant. LOL. Okay. So is he going for my face, or is he going to take the time to kill the Drake? Oh, so he is going to take the time to kill that Drake, so he's not completely going balls to the walls yet. Alright. I'm going to actually just lose. This is so much board pressure, and I don't have Lightning Storm. Okay. So we have to kill that thing, because I don't want all this stuff having extra health. We need to... I can't kill... I don't want to kill the buzzard, right? Because I want to maximize the odds of a fatigue victory. That's the best chance I have of winning. We'll do this. Oh, I wish I had a 1-drop. Then I could actually taunt 2 things. But anyway, we're going to have to hex that sea giant. And I want to put as much on the board as I can. So let's do an ooze. Let's do a couple of flame tongues in the middle here. And just hope that he doesn't have too much damage. I mean, this is 4 damage, 5, 6. I'm down to 8 health. Oh, man, I'm screwed. Yeah. There was just no good answers there. Unleash the Hounds is too good. And that one turn where he bluffed me with Explosive Trap was also really good. Because he got a lot of extra cards out of it from that buzzard surviving. That was a frustrating game, although he played very well. I had the lead, and then all of a sudden he just played a stupid monkey and a Houndmaster. And that was that. He has 2 multi-shots back-to-back to clear my board. Well done. So I cannot Panda back the Defender of Argus anymore because the Defender of Argus is dead, and I'm down to 10 health. He's got just enough minions and too far away from fatigue. Do I have any more taunt here? I do not. So what is this? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think it's conceding time. I just never got any damage through. If I could have potentially been in a racing position, I could have raced him out, but I just never got any damage through. Kept trying to win with card advantage, and it never worked out. Alright, well, that sucked. There might have been a way I could have won that game, but the problem is that I just didn't have any removal. So there we go, like what I said in the beginning of this draft, me not having removal, that was a real problem that game. God damn it. That sucks. Earthshock would have been good, it would have canceled out that monkey. Rogue, Swirshy. So my arena life is on the line here. Up against Swirshy the Rogue. I'm second against the Rogue, which is good. I don't want to play the Ooze on turn 2, but I will keep the Yeti because it's so good on turn 4. It's a little bit of a risk there keeping that around, but it turns out like looks like it's going to be okay. And shoot, I might actually play the Ooze on turn 2. I don't know. I'd like to get something else, but we'll see. Okay, so this is actually when you point out a totem. So a good player will know that I'm doing this because I have a Flame Tongue to back it up. This way, if she has some kind of an early play, I can use my totem to kill it, go up a card, and then not have to throw away my Ooze. Now, if this were a real 2-drop, I might have just played it instead. Alright, so she plays a Fairy Dragon rather boldly right into what I telegraphed, which is fine by me. It's possible that she decided it was worth it to test my waters rather than just make a dagger and do nothing. So that's not a bad play, just didn't work out for her. And then I'm going to get to play the Monkey, which is really great with Flame Tongue Totem. It'll be a 3-4 taunter. Does she have a backstab to kill the Flame Tongue? That's the question. She wants one. She wants it, and she has it. It's nice. So the Monkey is a lot less impressive, but still it's good against rogues because this dagger, you don't really want to run it into the Monkey very much. But that's all that you can do. Illidan, enthusiastic, showing up a whole lot in my games. Bloodlust and Lava Burst I'm not happy by because I don't want to use them early on, but I might need to if she plays like Ascension here or a Yeti. She plays a non-comboed Ringleader. Oh, to play a comboed Ringleader. That deserves a well played. Okay. That's actually quite fortunate that I drew Stormforged Axe here. Really, really handy. Now this guy's gonna get to kill my monkey and live to tell about it. Do I play the ooze to kill that? I don't think so. Let's just make a totem. Healing will actually let this survive. Taunt is kind of pointless now, but that's fine. So we'll play the Yeti next turn. The one overload does not stop me from doing that Yeti. Do that Yeti. Man, that sounds like some kind of a hip-hop song, like on the dance. So like, do that Yeti, na-na-na-na-na. Do that Yeti, ba-dee-ba-dee-boot. Do that Yeti, na-na-na-na-na. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see, she plays a dagger on turn 5 and passes the turn. Oh, my opponent has a slow turn here. Well, let's go ahead and make a Yeti. Do that Yeti, na-na-na-na. And we're gonna hit that thing with the axe. So her dagger will get to finish off my Stoneclaw Totem, but the fact that she passed on turn 5 was pretty epic. I might just play the Illidan Stormrage and be like, what up, dog? Or maybe this could be a reasonable move as well. Assassinate the Yeti. Oh my gosh, she just used an Assassinate on the Yeti. This person has a very, very slow hand, it seems. Yeah, we're going to do Illidan. So she needs a combo to Eviscerate, and then the dagger will finish it off. But I'm fine with that, honestly. For 6 mana, it's a pretty good... Alright, she's going to Assassinate it. Okay, that's also fine. I used up my mana efficiently. No, I don't feel that bad about it. It was a 6 mana minion that died to a 5 mana spell, and it took her pretty much her entire turn. So now I get to repopulate the board first, and I will do so with the Drake. And Crocolisk. Gonna hold off to this ooze in case of an Assassin's Blade or Deadly Poison. And I would have played it if I didn't have anything else to do, but since I had a reasonable alternative, I will hold on to that. Oh, this sucks. So this will get to kill my Drake. And she'll also get to kill my River Crocolisk. Well, that's a bitch. That was a really good turn for my opponent, unfortunately. Luckily, since she's dealt no damage to me, I can actually hit this with my axe and not be too bothered by it. Didoink. Okay, I think this is a good time to use the ooze. I'm going to play around Betrayal. Put the Loot Hoarder, my weakest minion, in the middle. Do that Yeti, na-na-na-na. Do that Yeti, na-na-na. Do that Yeti, na-na-na. I said do that Yeti, ba-dip-ba-dap. Oh, that's a good card. And my spell damage just died, so this is only 5 damage. So frustrating. So frustrating that I cannot kill this with my Lava Burst. Lol. Alright. Ancient Brewmaster is not helpful, because... Okay, Hex. That's actually worth hexing. We're getting pretty late in the game. Might, you know... want to do that. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and wait. Let's play this intelligently. Okay. So first you make a totem. Then you put the panda on the other side of the totem to make Betrayal useless. Then you put, and so that way you still get to put the ooze back in your hand to kill another dagger some point somewhere down the line. But Betrayal does not work. Betrayal cannot kill either of your big minions. Which is a pretty big deal, because if these two were touching each other, Betrayal would be a 2-mana Assassinate, and I'm not super big fan of that concept. Alright, she's gonna heal back up. Do that Yeti. Sorry, I'll stop saying that. Alright, so we have 9 plus 9 is 18 damage. 18 plus 6 is 24 damage. I could actually almost kill her. 24. I can get her down to 1 health. Then the problem is, if I do that, I actually don't have any source of direct damage. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Let me just double check here. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 6 is 24. 24 plus 4 is 28. And that's all the direct damage that I have. Crap, you've got to be kidding me. So she's at 1 health, but then she's at her mercy. I'm at her mercy for how she kills her minions. You know what? Screw it, I'm going to do it. Whatever. It's fine. I could hedge my bets, I guess, and use my totem to... No. We're just going to do this. Swing. Swing. And... Okay, I'll hedge my bets like this. I'm not going to commit to the Lava Burst. I'm just going to make a totem. Taunt is a pretty good one to get, forcing her to waste one of her attacks. So now I'm threatening the kill in a variety of ways. Kodo, she's hoping it will kill my Taunt Totem. It did not. It killed my Flame Tongue, which was the second best thing it could have killed. Still threatening the kill here. She can use the Golem to kill that, the Farseer to kill the Yeti, but this guy, if he can attack, that doesn't do anything. Let's kill my big creature, I guess. Well, I still get to kill her with the Yeti and the Lava Burst. So the Taunt Totem definitely helped, but let me win a turn earlier. Well played. Alright, I made it to 7 against Swirshy the Rogue. That's good. I took a little break from Hearthstone to play a bunch of Diablo 3. I don't know, I might make like a Diablo 3 video. That would be a little bit out of character for this channel, but I do want to show the new class, the Crusader, because one thing that I found as the game went along, as time passed, is that there was this hierarchy that developed of the classes in Diablo 3. Sorry, by the way, if you don't play Diablo 3, hopefully this isn't too boring. There's 5 classes in the game, and basically Barbarian, Wizard, and Demon Hunter were the good ones, and then the Monk and the Witch Doctor were basically crap, because they were like slow and not that good at killing things quickly. And so the Crusader, I feel like there was a lot of pressure on Blizzard's end to just make sure that it was good, because if it was like the Monk or the Witch Doctor, that would have been sad. And it is a really good class. I haven't made it to level 70 yet, so I can't like speak with 100%, you know, authority on how good the Crusader is in the end game. But just playing through the game, like through Act 3, he kills things really, really quickly. It's like just got amazing area damage. It's also got good range damage. Even though it's like ostensibly a melee class, it has really good range damage. It kills things extremely quickly, and it does a lot of damage too. So it's like just really fun to play, very fast, and I have a feeling it'll be a popular class in the aeons to come. So does she have the backstab with which to kill the Berserker? That's the perennial question. This rogue does not have it. Will I make a Stormforged Axe here? I will actually. So I'm not going to hit her in the face because there is a decent chance that this will actually be good for 3 kills. And the reason I'm doing this is look at my mana. 3 mana next turn, but I only have 2 mana to work with. Like all I can do is make a totem or make this ooze. So this is the perfect time to eat the overload. Southsea Deckhand. Oh, she can just remake it. Oh, what is she doing? What is she doing? Oh god. That was hilarious. So my opponent should have just remade the dagger and let the Southsea Deckhand charge and kill the Berserker. But instead, she chose to play a Loot Hoarder, which is its own kind of threat. But anyway, I will kill the Loot Hoarder here. Pray for a Taunt Totem. Or a Healing Totem. Unfortunately, I did not get either one of those. This is actually the worst I could have gotten, because it doesn't even kill anything. And pass the turn. So anyway, now the Southsea Deckhand will kill the Berserker, but not before the Berserker hit her for 5 damage. So she really should have held onto the dagger and, you know, hit me the turn she was planning to kill me, you know. So yeah, that was a little bit of a misplay on her part. I think she forgot that the dagger would blow up before this guy could charge. Note, though, that she attacked on turn 2 with the dagger. You know, she could have just held onto the dagger, and she would have been in much better shape. Just gonna Shiv to draw a card, and then kill my totem off. Smart move, you know. Spell damage is dangerous. She doesn't know that I don't have any spells. We will just make the biggest minion we've got here, and hold on to this thing, because I don't have any more weapons in this deck. All I'm risking is an ooze. I don't see any reason to start hitting her in the face just yet, so I might as well wait. See what I can do here. Got this Bloodlust, so I could try to angle up for a Bloodlust finished, but unless I can keep her board clear of minions, it's not going to be super likely. You know what we're going to do? We're gonna do that Yeti, na-na-na-na-na, do that Yeti, ba-doo-ba-doo, do that Yeti, na-na-na-na. Is this Worth Rider gonna hit me or my Yeti? Oh, it's gonna hit the Yeti. Oh, what? Why did you do that? Why did you? Oh, geez, I don't understand what my opponent's doing. Well, in general, I'm not a big fan of throwing away minions when it doesn't immediately kill the enemy minion, but I guess she was thinking I was just going to kill it with my axe otherwise, so maybe that made sense. I guess she just had a really bad turn last time. Alright, she's going to Fan of Knives to draw a card. Does she have another Fan of Knives? Or she have yeah, she has another Fan of Knives. Well, that's fine by me, because all that really did was kill my Yeti. Na-na-na-na, kill my Yeti. No, sorry. And then now, we're just going to hit her. And I could play the Golem and the Manatide or Illidan. I'm actually going to play the Manatide and the Golem. The reason for that is I do have Bloodlust here, so I might as well try to set myself up for the kill, which I do have, because 9 damage plus the minion's attack will be lethal, so she has to save herself right now. And of course the Manatide is in the middle around Betrayal and also drawing me some cards. That is a really catchy, I don't know if I can call it a song. It's not really a song. It's just like a little snippet of a song. do that, Yeti. No, no, no. Okay, just gonna dagger up that Manatide, and that means that it will die to this Abomination. Earthshock would have been great. It would have let me win the game on the spot. Can I still win? Well, if I play Bloodlust, I only have 2 mana left over, so the answer is no, not really. I cannot still win. I could do the Defender of Argus. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Defender of Argus like this. Hit that thing in the face. Notice that my golem respawned before the Abomination triggered. That's not a coincidence. It's not incidental. That is because my golem was played first, and as I learned quite painfully, minions that are played first activate first if there is a simultaneous death rattle activation. Or any other kind of activation. I got the Earthshock a turn too late, that's great. This cannot target the hero directly, but I do have direct damage in the form of Stormwind Knight. So if she doesn't play any taunts, Stormwind Knight plus Bloodlust is 5 damage, which will kill her. Although that's 9 mana, although she conceded. Okay, good times. So we did actually, in fact, crush 2 rogues in a row. Well, the first rogue, that wasn't really crushing, that was a close game. Alright, slowly working up to this quest. And we're going to get an 8-win run at least. That's awesome. So anyway, the reason I was talking about Diablo 3 is because I got up to 6,500 gold, but not because I'm good or anything, just because I hadn't played in a little while. I have a feeling I'm never going to make it to 7,000. Today is my last day at work, full-time. And so now I'm going to be part-time. I'm going to be streaming more often and also making more videos. And now that I'm going to be streaming more often and playing a lot more Arena, my gold is not going to climb, I don't think. Because I usually average around like somewhere between 140 and 150 gold per run. So I don't actually make money playing Arena. What makes me money are the daily quests. And so I'll probably stick around here forever. I'm about 15,000 dust away from completing my full set. So I'm probably not actually going to ever buy packs. Because, like, why throw away the gold if I can just play Arena for a little bit longer and just, you know, get all the packs that way. So, kind of weird that the gold is just not useful to me, but it's possible that if the pool of Arena players gets better over time, I will actually start losing gold, and so that's, at the very least, the gold is like a buffer for me, in case I start losing in the Arena. The other nice thing about the gold is in case Blizzard adds more features to the game, as I have many times said I fervently hope they do, then I'll have the gold ready to spend. Alright, we're going to trade the Infiltrator for the Mana Worm. That's an easy choice. Here's a sensitive moment. If she does play a 3-2, the Flame Tongue will die, and then I will go down a card. Unless I can get lucky and flip a Taunt Totem. No, she's going to play another Mana Worm, which is also very dangerous, to be fair. So the Loot Hoarder will trade them against the Mana Worm. The problem is my opponent can actually Fire Blast it. I'm actually going to do this anyway, so this is a tech play right here. Basically, by playing the Loot Hoarder, I'm threatening to kill the Mana Worm, but I'm hoping that if she Fire Blasts, then that's not going to be playing spells to pump the Mana Worm, you see. Which buys me enough time to play the Yeti and enjoy my life. She had 2 Mana Worms. Man, I killed one, and then she had another one. That's annoying. But she does have the Fire Blast, so does she have Arcane Missiles? That's what she needs here. She needs an Arcane Missiles. Or Mirror Image, maybe? Oh, no! No! She has the Arcane Missile, so my Flame Tongue is gonna die. That sucks. Sucks a lot of dongs. I was really hoping she didn't have it. Alright, so I could play the Yeti or the Guardian. Problem is, the Guardian, she could ping off the Divine Shield, and if she plays a spell, the Mana Worm will trade. This is a bit safer. So I'll play the Yeti there. Well, anyway, so she's got 7 cards to my 5, soon to be 6. And I'm the first player, but I am an extra card down compared to where I started because of the Mana Worm. Well, why am I a card down? I shouldn't be. Loot Hoarder replaced itself. Arcane Missiles essentially killed my Flame Tongue. I don't know why I'm a card down. Nah, I can't believe I miscommentated this. Anyway, she's going to Frostbolt the Yeti. Is she going to ping it and get greedy? Trying to hang on to this Mana Worm. She is going to ping it and get greedy. Well, it's a good thing I didn't play the Silvermoon Guardian, because that would have been dead to Frostbolt. Stormforged Axe, unfortunately, does not kill the Mana Worm. So I'll just play an Azure Drake, get my card back. Hopefully this will trade against the Mana Worm. But I'm going down another... Well, no, this ate a Frostbolt, so I'm not going down a card for her killing it with Fire Blast. That is good, at least. This is a sensitive turn here because she could make a really good play on turn 5. And then I'd be scrambling to stay steady. What I'd like to do is be able to kill her Mana Worm and play Illidan Stormrage. That would be ideal. But if this Mana Worm is alive when I play Illidan, I'm just not going to play it. Oh, we're going to do that Yeti, na 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 na, do that Yeti, na na na, do that Yeti. Is that not a catchy song? Am I the only one who thinks that's a catchy song? I think it's incredibly catchy. I did it. I came up with the song. I wanted to come up with the song, and I did. So there we go. You will not chain my art, okay? Don't tell me what I'm not or am allowed to do. What she's allowed to do is think forever on her turn, apparently. Sorcerer's Apprentice. Oh, man. These never get dropped without a spell right after them, do they? There's a Frostbolt incoming, I'm sure. Oh, no! She didn't have the follow-up. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Well, let's think about this. So I could keep this alive and play Stormforged Axe and kill this. Then I'm not playing the Illidan. Or I could just trade this for the Sorcerer's Apprentice and play Illidan. You know, maybe against a different opponent I would play Illidan, but mages just have a number of single card answers to him. Let's drop the axe into my hand while it's good. And I don't really see a reason to play Berserker Totem, is there? I mean, a healing totem would be good, but the others would all suck. So let's just play this guy. Use up the most of my mana. No, mages and their overpowered hero ability. Mages and their overpowered hero ability. She gets to kill off this Azure Drake, so she'll have 6 cards to my 6. I actually caught up a little bit here. Next turn I might play Illidan, or I might need to just drop these Junker Nugget Chumpersaurus Rexes onto the table, see what happens. Oh my god, is she gonna pass the turn? That would be crazy. That would mean she has a lot of removal. Or maybe there are minions she does not want to throw in front of this axe. Although I would, as a mage, throw minions in front of the axe because, I mean, you're a mage, so you can do some pretty good burnination. Okay, well, in that case, I will play Illidan. We'll see if she is prepared or not. She needs a Polymorph for Fireball. Polymorph would have taken out this, but she might have deemed this not worthy of a Polymorph. Oh, she threw that down fast. Ah, there's the coin. I see. Well played. For the Polymorph on Illidan. So she got 2 minions there. Kind of irritating. Luckily, the sheep will actually get to kill one of these apprentices, which is kind of nice. In fact, the sheep will get to kill one of the apprentices and live to tell about it. So we're going to do this. And of course, that Violet Teacher needs to die. I wish this guy could have killed her by himself, but can't have everything you want. My opponent's still in the game. She has removal for this. She'll be fine. Like a removal for this and a Flame Strike, she'll be fine because everything else dies to Flame Strike. So she has removal for this, like a Fireball or a second Polymorph and a Flame Strike. She's totally okay. But if she can't kill this thing this turn, she's actually in a lot of trouble. Because now she's got 5 cards to my, well, 6 cards to my 7 plus 11. Nah, she has it. So she had a Fireball and a Polymorph. That sucks. A load of dongs. Crap. So now, well, this sucks. So everything I play is going to die to Flame Strike. So I'm going to play my most resistant stuff. And sure, I'll use my last tick of the axe to hit that thing. Make a totem rather than playing a minion because I do smell a Flame Strike here. The good news is that this and the Golem will both need to be pinged off, so something will survive. I'll get to put some more damage through with Lava Burst here. Oh, look at that. I got a good sense of smell. With Lava Burst and Bloodlust in my deck still. Well, with Lava Burst in my hand and Bloodlust in my deck, I might be able to burn out my opponent for the win. Ah, Earth Elemental. Well, okay, so she had a Polymorph. She had a Fireball. Does she have a third thing to kill this with? Fireball doesn't quite do it. Comes up 1 short. But that plus another point of damage and Fire Blast will kill it. Or, of course, a Polymorph will just kill it. Mana Worm, I don't like that. I don't like... Oh, she could steal a Polymorph. And she has the Polymorph! Are you friggin' kidding me? So she gets to draw a card off the Auctioneer. And... well, I really need Bloodlust now, and of course I don't have it. So what have I got here? 2, 4, 5, 10 damage. She's at 16 health. It's just not good enough, but I don't really want to use... I don't want to run stuff into that. Crap. Alright, we're going to Lava Burst this guy. I can't have her drawing cards. And we are going to start going for the face. So, I just hope I can overwhelm her, basically. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, given that I hit a healing totem, maybe it would have been smart to hit this. Become enraged. Throw away the sheep. Heal back up. She has another flame strike! Why does she have another flame strike? Oh my god, I'm going to lose this game to double polymorph, fireball, double flame strike. I cannot finish her off. I don't have enough burn potential. I've already used my axe. I've already used lava burst. Bloodlust is no good without any minions. Earth shock does nothing. You know what? Earth shock does something. It stops this mana worm from killing my Crocolisk, and I need to preserve my minions. So I have to do it to preserve my minion on the field. She's got 4 cards. How'd she end up with 4 cards? Well, double flame strike will help, I suppose. God. Oh, are you motherfucking kidding me? Well, that's a sad way to lose the arena. I guess this mage avenged the other mages, because that was ridiculous. We'll hang on to that. I actually don't have any more spell damage stuff. Like, I've already used Lava Burst and Earth Shock. Well, I got the Taunt Totem, which I should have actually flipped before putting this back into my hand. Let's put that down. My only way to win is if she has to run this into that. She has no other removal, and I top deck Bloodlust. Unlikely, but that is possible. Always got to play to your outs. Always got to play to your outs. Oh, Stormpike Commando ruins my dreams. So now Alexstrasza can actually kill the panda. How many mana worms does a man need? Oh my god. Well, that sucks. So now she's got lethal here. Yeah. She just had a ridiculous amount of removal. And you cannot beat a mage very easily when they have as much removal as this mage did. So anyway, she's finally used up all of her cards. The problem is she has all this board stuff. I don't have Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm would have actually let me survive. Stupid monkey. Does not let me survive. I mean, I could have tried it for a turn, but it wasn't worth it. I was not going to deal 15 damage. Alright, that was that. So we finally beat that quest. And we ended up with 8 wins with a pretty average deck and a legendary. So I guess it's fine. I had a good epic, the Earth Elemental, and a good legendary, but not enough removal. Oh my god. Polymorph, Fireball, Polymorph, and 2 Flame Strikes. That is an insane amount of removal that the opponent drafted and also drew. She drew more removal than I drafted in that game. We got a common, the much vaunted reward here, but 190 gold is fine as well, so that's okay. I have 2 packs here, not 1, because I actually got a pack for buying the Diablo 3 expansion. So we'll see what that pack is, as well as my arena pack. Oh, got a Lava Burst. And an epic Spellbender. Oh no, that's dusted. And this pack, my Reaper of Souls pack, let's say, is just perfectly ordinary. That's unfortunate. But this is nice. I will cross over into a goodly amount of dust here. God, this animation. So the lag, I love the lag that accompanies it as well. So we're at 22,000. I actually need 35,200 dust. No, excuse me, 37,000. What? How much dust do I need? Well, for those of you sticking around, if you enjoyed the video, please like and or subscribe. If you're sticking around, there are 22 legendaries that I need. 22 times 1,600. 35,000, yes. So I am actually just 13,000 dust away from being able to craft all the legendaries. Now, of course, there are some epics that I would need to craft as well, but pretty close. Definitely, well, not definitely, but probably in the month of April, by playing a lot, I will get there, which will be exciting. But the next arena run, which will be in tomorrow's stream at 12 p.m. Eastern time, is going to start with Rogue, Priest, or Hunter. I look forward to seeing you then. Take care, folks. Have a good one.